When you get hit, there's this feeling of humiliation, a loss of control. I know this feeling very well. I really thought boxing would help me overcome my demons. Instead, it pushed me to the edge. My name is Jill. Boxing has been pulling at me for years. I know it's not your typical female fantasy, but I'm drawn to it in a sick way. Why do you think I want to fight?
I think you need to work through your past and all the other things you tried before didn't work. You know, this talk therapy and stuff. You know, I think it's in your nature, and our nature is that we're very physical people. So the only way for you to overcome it is a physical way, and this is the most direct way of you battling your demons.
Even in a place like New York, there aren't many female boxers. I was lucky to find Susan, an amateur who's actually my size. The only catch is she just won a boxing tournament, and I'm still a newbie.
You usually have friction against the skin, and it causes like welts and bruises. So by putting on Vaseline, it kind of lubricates the skin, mixed with sweat. If when the gloves, you do make contact with the skin, it just slides off, no bruises.
No hooks?
No, don't even worry about the hooks right
Once
now.
it comes close.
Because every step away. Okay?
So keep my head down.
Keep your head down,
Straight
keep your hands
punches,
down, and block. And block punches and straight punches, that's it. Okay. Time! Tight defense. Good. Stick the jab and get up. Quick jab. Come on, quick jab. And get up, get up, get up. Combination and move. That's it. Back out, step around.
Hell yeah.
Next time, I'm gonna kick her ass.
Yeah, show me what you got. Yeah, show me what you got. Yeah, show me what you got.
I start training every day with Susan and her friend.
Show me what you got. Yeah, show me what you got. Yeah, show me what you got.
I'm fascinated by this desire to fight. What makes us want to do this so badly?
What do people say when you tell them that you're a fighter?
Why? Probably why. And oh, you're such a cute girl, I want to get hit in the face. It's not like I wake up in the morning going, hey, I want to get hit in the face.
But there's just something so viscerally satisfying that it's almost like,
Yeah.
can't give it up.
Kimberly is a professional, which is hardcore. Smaller gloves, no headgear. What do you think is it inside you that makes you want to do it?
I don't know if I want to go to that scary place.
Huh, it's a scary place though, huh?
I'd met this woman, recommended, oh, you should come with me. I, work at this bar, it's stripping, it's really easy, all the girls are very cool. I remember I was at this one club, some guy, he was just like too aggressive and like kind of trying to handle me and stuff. And I was like, get off, get off. He kept wanting to dance. And so finally I shoved him back. And I think it made him mad, and you could see something switch off in his face. And he like, bang, hit me really hard. And I don't even remember going down. I just remember people like helping me up. And I was just like, what the hell happened? And I realized, oh, I got a glass chin. I better do something about that.
I always liked hitting things. It just got me out of my shyness and made me feel powerful. I have a lot of aggression in me. I don't know if it's because I was born with a lot of aggression or if it's because I had aggression directed at me when I was young, but it just seems to want to come out.
Girls should be sweethearts. They shouldn't be fighting.
I was not a sweetheart.
Girls should play tennis. You got energy, go play tennis. Don't fight.
I'm doing everything I can to restrain myself to not hit you. It's not for men, you know that.
You're doing everything you can to restrain yourself from not hitting me? Well, you go right ahead and have your fun. I'll give you your best shot. I'll knock you on your ass.
All right, Van, Cassius Clay backed away from a wild left hand. Nobody swung, landed a punch. Clay in his right front squat.
My dad and I used to watch Muhammad Ali fight on television.
Watch the right, watch the right. Yes!
It was one of the few times we used to spend together.
Then the right is the one that puts you on your ass. His brain is scrambled right now. I don't care what you say. Right now, he's seeing double. He's hanging in there. He's trying to fight. Yes! Ah! It's over, baby. It's over.
My dad boxed in the Marine Corps. I think I get my competitive side from him.
So did you get in fights when you were a kid?
All the all the time.
At my first Holy Communion, a boy made fun of me for not looking girly. I punched him and smiled when he fell to the ground. Apparently, I wasn't a happy kid.
I couldn't have loved you more. And see, I remember sitting on the floor and building blocks with you and playing music and dancing around the house with you. But I don't know if you ever remember any of that good stuff. Your glass has been half empty most of the time I can remember.
I remember times when you'd get upset and you'd cry a lot, and sometimes it just seemed like there wasn't much that could help you stop. There were some times that you seemed to be kind of carefree and playing with other kids. And as we got older, I felt like you got more self-conscious and didn't have a good sense of who you were. I knew that you had a tendency to struggle with depression, at least by the time you were an adolescent.
I remember being very moody and feeling like an outsider. It wasn't until much later that I realized there were other girls like me.
I was adopted, but it was sort of interesting growing up as a non-white person in a predominantly white setting. My parents were incredibly loving and supportive, but looking back on it, I don't know if they really gave me the tools to deal with racism. But in high school, people pushed me down and called me gook and write slurs on my locker and stuff. As an Asian woman, I feel a lot of times people have tended to try to run me down or just sort of push me over. And I feel it's just given me some inner strength to be able to stand up and say, what?
I was always enamored by the idea of being like a little toughie. I always thought it was cool, you know, girls that fix cars and throw a punch, and so I think there was always that little feisty side of me. Just like this little ball of anger, which is really weird because I can be really happy-go-lucky. Talk about split personality. Jekyll or Hyde. But when that anger comes up, I want to throw a temper tantrum like a total child. I've gotten better about that, which is probably why my current relationship has lasted as long as it has. I haven't broken any alarm clocks hurling them across the room, or I can usually catch myself when I start to throw those crazy fits, and then I kind of just, okay, like just calm down. You don't need to break anything. You don't need to throw a fit. Save it for the ring.
Bringing pain on a daily, these rock your brain, leave you bleeding in the feet, tenderizing your meat. I'm a malicious pit bull, office leash in the streets. So retreat or meet pain in the heat of my rage. Leave any opponent broken in a ring or a cage. I got a warrior spirit, building legacies of kings, blending perfect technique with animal instinct.
I was always like the art school kid, you know. I never really thought about exercising or anything like that.
Really?
I never did any sports. I was a drinker. I was a big drinker. I would disappear, go on like benders for months at a time. And then eventually I started to get my act together. Boxing, it's the only thing I've ever committed to and stuck with. I started art school, I dropped out. I pursued acting for a while, I dropped that. So this is something that is incredibly important to me.
Since very few women are featured on a card, Kimberly and Susan told me it was important to support them. That's how I met Maureen Shea.
I have a Mexican-Irish background. I could either drink you under the table or I could beat the hell out of you. But I don't drink, so I guess I'll beat the hell out of you.
When she was little, with one of those boxing, those punching bags she has, me, Mom, why don't you give me a punching bag? Kids always want something, a punching bag. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get it, because she was very high-strung, very spirited, and I think she needed to punch something.
She first gained notoriety for being Hilary Swank's sparring partner for Million Dollar Baby. She's had her fair share of amateur fights, but now she's a pro.
Perfect professional record, 9 victories, no defeats. Please welcome Maureen, the real $1 Million Baby, Shea.
I thought, oh, she'll do one fight and it'll be over. And that's what I've been telling myself ever since. But I'm resigned to the fact that this is what she wants. I freak out when she's on the ring. I know she's very good, and I'm so proud of her, but it's hard to see her fight.
Before you get all dolled up and everything, let me take a look at you. Okay. No cuts, no nothing, right? Open close. See the fist, no problem with that. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. What does it feel like to win?
It's not about the win. I mean, the win is important, but it's about the people screaming my name, the support, the work that I put into this, to see it come out in the ring like that. And people tell you, you know, you look so scientific in there, this, that, and the other. You know, that to me means a lot. Is that retarded? Let me see. I think it's cute. They're trendy, right?
They're fun.
I really went to the gym because I didn't think I looked good enough for my abusive boyfriend. I thought I was ugly, I thought I was fat, so I went to the gym to work out to try to better myself for him. And then boxing made me realize it's not about him, because in boxing it's all about you. You're the only one in there. You're doing it for yourself. And that's where I got the strength to say, you know what? You know, screw him. This is about me.
When they see Maureen, Shea, you better move over. Move over. She got them fists hitting hard like a bulldozer. So if you're getting away, you're getting paved over. With body blows to the chest, kidney and liver. When she step in the ring, she got more than one desire. Yeah, yo.
Double jab. That's it, double jab. That's it. Right away. Come out, ding ding, double jab.
What does your boyfriend think of your boxing?
He loves it. It's his passion. It's my passion. Sadly enough, that's what we talk about all the time, probably. He's the one who really said, you know what? Give the boxing a shot. He's the captain of the New York City Fire Department boxing team.
That's it. I like that speed. That's all I want to see. That baby.
I always feel good when he's in my corner. He has excellent, excellent support, which is amazing for a couple because we think we want to kill each other. And I just use my inside voice when I swear at him. So he doesn't know that I'm swearing at him. But I always tell myself he wants me to win. That's why he's being nitpicky. That's why he's driving me crazy, because he wants me to win. I knew that there was an age limit for the Golden Gloves competition, that kind of stuff. So I said, well, I'm gonna be 34.
I'm a nightmare, impossible to beat, I'm a nightmare. You see me when you sleep, I'm a nightmare. If you dream to challenge me, I'm a nightmare. A nightmare, I'm a nightmare. Impossible to beat, I'm a nightmare. You see me when you sleep, I'm a nightmare.
My plan is to win the Golden Gloves this year, and that's it.
The gloves began in 1927. But women weren't allowed to compete until 1995. Back in the day, women boxing was considered a freak show, a titillating brawl. They were fighting, but that's not boxing. I want a real fight. I get Steve, a former world champion, to train me. He tells me for a girl my size, my punches are powerful. With the right training, Steve thinks I could do really well in the Golden Gloves. Honey?
Yeah.
What would you think of me fighting in the Golden Gloves?
Don't you think you should get some fights under your belt first?
Well, yeah, it's just there's hardly anyone my size to fight, but there'll be girls my size to fight in the gloves.
Yeah, I mean, they might be your size, but they might be a lot more experienced. You could really get your ass kicked, you know.
Well, yeah, we're wearing headgear and big gloves and stuff.
Yeah, but, you know, you're going up against some of the best fighters in the whole city. So you really got to take this seriously.
I am. I'm taking it seriously.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, because you could really get hurt.
Whip it up, come on. Good. Uppercut, let's go. Go.
She's deadly.
Yep.
Out here.
She
Outside of the
just
ring.
got to keep the same spirit in the ring.
Kimberly just had her 4th loss in a row.
Sometimes I wish I could just be like, oh, fight, just go, fight. And then that's it. In that last fight in Florida, I just felt like, oh, there must be something in me that makes me want to lose all the time. It just seems like maybe I should give it up. Why do I continue to fight? You know, just this like internal record that's spinning like, oh, do I just want to keep giving lap dances to dirty old men?
I've had that same exact thought many times. I've totally been there. I think it was the subversiveness and the grittiness that drew me to stripping. The beginning was like a honeymoon with it, because I'm making money, I'm keeping myself in shape, and I'm learning what it's like to be a sexy woman. And then after a while, it started to really take me down. I wanted to be an actress really badly, so after college I moved right to New York City, started going on auditions. And I wasn't getting cast very much, so I started writing my own material. And then I found the best material I've ever encountered in my life in New Jersey go-go bars. In the dressing room, I'd listen to the women talking, and I'd create characters based on them. My play got great reviews and was published in the Best Women's Plays that year. But everything promising that was supposed to happen didn't. It felt like my life had ended. Steve thinks I'm now ready to get into the ring. He wants to see if I'll survive a few rounds with Kimberly.
Moving jab. Punch back, punch back. Get up, get up.
Keep your tight defense. Keep it, forget power for now. Right, deep breath. And calm yourself down, deep breath.
Am I getting any better? Every day, I seem to get worse.
Focus, focus.
This whole boxing thing is kicking your ass.
It is.
Man, why is it so important to you?
Get up, get up, get up.
When I was young, my mom used to get angry and hit me a lot. I can see her in the corners. I can't seem to fall asleep at night. If I do, I wake up from nightmares screaming and crying. Do you remember how bad it would get?
You know, as a parent now, I think it was horrible. It's so tough. First of all, yes, I think it was bad. I don't think there's any mitigating that. I also think it was closer to acceptable back then. I think today, I can't imagine. I mean, if my neighbor was doing that to his kid, I'd have a hard time if I didn't do something about it.
Did you ever see Mom hit me?
Never. Now wait, once I did, in the kitchen, I saw her hit you, and I pulled her off you.
So was she hitting me like repeatedly?
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, which I thought was bullshit. First I thought, well, am I just trying to keep punishing myself? But I'm like, no, I'm not in that head. I'm really, I think I'm trying to get better. I'm
Yeah,
trying
you
to
don't
get past
strike
it.
me as somebody that's like being like, oh, my mother hit me. Like,
Right.
you're more like, my fucking mother hit me, and now it's driving me crazy. Like, now it's just annoying because I can't undo this. That's the impression that I get. You know, as more of like, you're more annoyed than anything. I'm just like, come on already. I'm trying to do this, and this crap keeps getting in the way.
Yeah. And look, it could be a lot worse. Actually, I know people who've had it much worse and who can function better in the ring.
Well, who cares if other people have had it worse? We're dealing with you, and you've got to deal with you and what happened to you. It doesn't matter if something happened to somebody else that was worse. You know, we're fixing you.
Mo offered to work with me. She knows more than anyone what I'm going through.
I would hide that. I was like, you know, when I got the 8 stitches,
Wait, you didn't tell me about that. Mo told me about her ex-boyfriend.
Who was that from? He punched me in my face. We were in the car, and I was talking to him about something, arguing with him. He felt like I was cornering him, so he lashed out. And when he went to get out of the car, I went and I said, I'm not done talking to you. I pulled him back in the car, and he turned around full force and punched me in my face. And I had sunglasses on, and I don't know how I can take out my eye, but I don't know if you could really see it. Stitch here was flat. And then I was like, oh, well, did you leave him then? Of course not. That's just when the fun got started. That's when, then after that, you know, and then it just got, then he tried to strangle me, and I still think of myself like, you idiot. I bless myself before every round. That's my peace. Some people meditate, some people, you know, punch themselves in the head. That may be their peace. You know, you have got to find what it is that's going to bring you to that peace. You got to find a peace. Think about what brings you there, and then bring that into the ring. You know, we're all familiar with panic attacks. I had them, no, and I'd fight it. That moment when you say you want to give up, that's when you got to dig into your soul and say, no, I'm not letting it get me. Mentally, no. And the only one that could do that, that's how I did it.
But it's like I come back every day and I let myself get, you know, feel defeated. But I still think, I don't know why, maybe I'm delusional, but I think I can do it.
Yeah, I believe in you. I believe in you. I really, really do. I do.
Kimberly booked another fight with a woman who beat her 2 years ago. She has a new sparring partner, Melissa Hernandez. Melissa already won 2 world titles.
I can truly say boxing for the past 7 years has become my mistress. I cheat on everybody with boxing, and I'll never let her go.
Third corner, Melissa Hernandez.
Box. It's funny, my Facebook today says it. It says live box, shit box, eat box, sleep box. And it's true.
I was really excited, and felt very grateful that she would give her time, but at the same time, I was just so nervous thinking I'm gonna make a fool of myself.
Take your jab, take your jab. Take your jab. Come on, let's go. Punch back. Hands up. Roll the punch, roll the punch. Punch back, punch back.
You know, I'm always sort of battling these internal things and just second guessing, like, oh, I just threw 3 or 4 punches, but they all missed. That must mean I'm doing something wrong. And then I start thinking, if I'm doing it wrong, how do I make it right?
You were hitting too hard. If you don't have nothing to connect, you throw everything with it. Remember, if you're giving somebody something to hit, you're still giving them something to hit, so that's power. If you miss completely, what do you end up doing? Swinging all the way around. So let them miss. You got time for miss? Yeah. Let's go, get him done. Gotta look at me, because when you look over there, I'm gonna get hit. Upper, up. You see? Right. You ever played basketball before? That's the problem. So that's how you pivot. Somebody's coming, you are like this, and now they're behind you.
Yeah, you
that's
do that to me all the time.
It's called pivot.
You can see it in her movement, how much she enjoys the sport. And just the way her body moves, like she's having so much fun. It's like, oh yeah, that's why we started this in the first place, because it was fun.
Exactly.
I want to see women's boxing go where men's boxing is. I want it to be taken serious, not as a sideshow. I want people to understand that we are athletes just as much as the guys are.
Maureen was being featured at an exhibit at South Street Seaport on Irish boxers. She was the only woman represented.
I'm finally being respected as a boxer. I mean, don't get me wrong, $1 Million Baby was great and it's still gonna be a part of me, but now it's no longer just more Hillary Swank's sparring partner. It's happening and I'm growing.
Where are you originally from?
Bronx, New York.
Are you serious?
Born and raised. What I signed, much respect. That's what I've got. It's nice meeting you.
A pleasure. Thank you.
I've been taking over the Bronx. I think so. Hi, and welcome back to Open. I'm your host, Maureen Shea, covering everything in health, sports, and fitness. You can join in on the discussion or ask me any questions. The lines are always open. And a lot of people say, oh, if it wasn't for the media attention and this and that, you know, people think that this was handed to me. I bust my butt every day. I got up this morning at 5 a.m. I did my cardio. I went to and then I rested. I went to the gym. I just sparred 5 rounds, did my training, and now I'm here. And I'm here. I got here at 1:30. I'm here till about 6:30. You know, I'll get home by 7 and I'm done.
Even at Mo's level, it's nearly impossible to make a living as a female pro.
Bob, it's Maureen. How are you? Good. I'm back in the office.
Yeah, I've got everything. I printed it all up and I put it all in a file. Well, the press release, updated working about sheet, yeah.
To support herself, Mo works for a boxing promotional company.
The money in women's boxing is unfortunately so minuscule compared to the men's boxing. You hear of like, oh, Money Mayweather with his bazillions of dollars and Pacquiao, but women, it just seems to make not even anything. So for my pro debut, I think I made a lot. I made like, was it $600?
It's so surreal, the life that I have as, you know, being women's boxing and being in the gym. In the gym, people come in there like, oh my God, you're Melissa Hernandez. I'm like, yeah, I bet you drove here. I don't have a car. You know?
I'm just spent and burnt. It's like, just there's only so much energy you have to give.
I'm sure you probably have a very spotty schedule as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
And it's like, there's not a single day of the week where I don't have to train somebody.
Gun set to 20s yet? Shin down. What is he on? Percy.
I love training athletes. I love it. People that are training for something is great. I've trained people for marathons, I've trained people for triathlon, I've trained people for volleyball competition, you name it. I love stuff like that because I like figuring out, okay, what's the biomechanics of it? Okay, what's the action? How do we like do things that will strengthen that action? I love that stuff. But on the average, the everyday person that's like, oh, this hurts, oh, that hurts, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, you don't know the feeling of hurt. It's like, just shut the fuck up. I just want to I want to punch him in the face.
All right. You're in. Beautiful.
I feel like I work really hard, but I'm broke. And it's like, how could I be working so much and have nothing to show for it? I've got no life savings. I've got no assets. I don't own anything. There's $28 in my savings account, and up until today, I had a negative balance in my checking account. So that's, Can I take on more clientele right now? No.
Why?
Because I don't have the energy for it. I really need to focus on putting enough energy into my training. I can't go into sparring half-assed. I can't go into sparring distracted or drained because I'm going to get beat up.
You're scraping them off. You're gonna dig it. We're gonna do 100. Change them up. I'm gonna count them, okay? Go.
Having Melissa as a trainer is great. She knows how to explain things where I can get it. Other coaches I've had in the past, they're like, no, do it this way. And I just never could get it. And she's like, just, do it this way. I'm like, like that.
I have people calling from around the world. I want to train with Melissa. And I'm like, why? And then when I'm watching my end product, like when I'm watching these girls do championship fights, and then I hear the commentators be like, well, that Melissa Hernandez really changed this girl around. And I'm just like, wow, I was like, that's gratifying enough for me. Cool. How you feel?
I feel good. I feel like,
I'm turning it up.
you just have to get in there and do it.
I think right now you're better than Vanessa. You are. It's just that you gotta go in there and know that.
I have to make the confidence switch.
You have to own it.
They give me $1 million baby girl love. Unstoppable like hurricanes. Check the way I step up in the rain. Now, who gon' stop me now? You gon' stop me now? I'm on my A game, baby. You can go to town.
This is huge for me to take this step out of the Bronx. I have Bronx Boxer on my license plate, so it's a big thing that I moved to Brooklyn. I always felt like living with my parents downstairs, and I just never felt I could be complete. I could be totally me, because I always still felt like that little girl. I would have these up and down things, like these moments, and my mom was always there for me.
Hello? This box is stuck. Is this junk or what?
I have to look at it. I'm not really there in front of it right now to look at it, so just give me a second.
How do you feel about Maureen moving?
The truth. I think it's time that she moves. She's 26 years old, and I think she needs to be on her own.
Well, you remember when I was in a depression. How do you feel? Like, I used to come to you, and you used to hug me.
I felt really bad, and that's what I was worried about now, that you'd be by yourself, and you wouldn't, that you would be alone. But you know what? You're in a different surrounding, so you'll see things maybe different. Mommy and Daddy are not here. Yeah. You need to do what you got to do.
Well, that's what I was saying,
Jill.
It's like you guys were like my security blanket.
No, and now you're somewhere else, and when you get upset, you got to deal with it. Because things just don't go away. Things don't go away in your life. You still have to deal with certain things.
You mean cycles of things, because Maureen and I have talked, I have depression too, like I have those cycles, and they'll go away for a while and they'll come back, and that's tough.
Yeah, it's not going to just go away. I mean, because she moved out, it doesn't mean that everything's going to be hunky-dory.
The whole reason for this move isn't really so much me leaving my house. It's
To be closer to Brooklyn. To be closer to boxing.
Can't even count how many bodies out of rows above. Ain't no competition, I'm a beast with the golden gloves. So kiss the canvas, better yet, kiss the gloves. It's the main event, I'm taking no prisoners.
Maureen trains at Gleason's in Brooklyn. It's been around since 1937. Home to over 130 world champions. Now it's home to some of the best women in the sport.
I put a restraining order on my ex, the abusive one, because he kept coming around. And I get the call from the Bronx DA's office telling me that they taking the case now, we warranted him, and he bailed. He left. He disappeared. And I said, well, did you find him? And they're like, no, we found him. We had to put out a warrant and search for him, and we arrested him right away.
He's still stalking you?
Well, ever since the media hit.
That's what it is. And I was in a relationship that was abusive for 13 years.
And were you boxing then at that point?
Yeah, you were boxing too, though,
Yeah,
right?
I found boxing to get out of it. That's how I got out of it, from boxing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he found out that I was boxing, it was like the look on his face. It was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But then after the boxing, it became a challenge.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you want to fight? My son was about 2, laying in my lap. What happened was he actually stood in front of me and cracked me in the eye. And I'm sitting there saying, I'm not even going to scream because I don't want to wake this baby up in my lap. You know how much restraint that was? For me to sit there. And when I went into the bathroom, I had to like calmly lay the baby down, go in the bathroom. When I looked at my eye, I couldn't believe it. I got this in the gym.
Yeah. I've come way too far. I am on a mission to become a world champion. I'm not going to let anybody or anything get in my way.
In addition to my daily doses of Prozac, I start taking stronger antidepressants.
You struggle, but that doesn't mean you're not a fighter. You have an extra obstacle that keeps you from being the best fighter you can be. And I'm hoping when you're done with all this that you will have defeated your internal demons, or at least can live at peace with your demons.
Well, how does it affect you, honey?
Your demons? Pain in the ass.
Gary and I met speed dating. It was probably the only way we ever would have met. He's a stable guy with a regular job.
Hello, this is Gary.
He's probably the only guy I've ever been with who's not bipolar or an alcoholic. We discovered we both had a love for martial arts. Once I got to know him, he told me he had muscular dystrophy. It's hereditary and has affected his dad and his brothers.
I think seeing it attack my loved ones, and it really felt like an attack on my brothers, it just very quickly limited what my middle brother could do. He could play soccer, he was in track, he was fast. In just 5-10 years, he just lost a lot of that capability.
Watching his brothers get weaker, Gary became obsessed with getting strong.
Like the doctor would tell us, okay, one way to slow it is to lift weights, and I hated that. And I hated the fact that I had to do it and other people didn't. It took me many years to learn how to live with it. It was very painful.
What do you think made you want to box?
The one-on-one thing. And also my very, very bad reputation with my father. At one time, my father punched me in the head, knocked me into a radiator, and I had to have 3 or 4 stitches. And then when I came home from the Marine Corps, he wanted nothing to do with me. He wanted to be very, very far away.
Why? Because you knew you could fight.
Yeah.
Were you able to forgive your dad?
No.
No.
Fuck him.
I got married the day before I turned 20. I didn't know much about raising children. You would become extremely stubborn, no matter what I would ask you to do. And the only thing I knew was to hit.
Did you feel like you lost control?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was like I wasn't present in my own body. I could see what I was doing and I couldn't stop it. And that was just like when my father used to beat me. I would feel horrible afterwards. And I would tell you that and I would apologize. But it's like so many stories you hear about abusive men. You know, it happens and they apologize and it happens again.
When Mom used to hit you, did you disappear then? Yeah. A little kid thinks, if I don't breathe, I don't exist. They don't breathe. They don't see you. All right? So you're almost not there. It's a way of being not there. And it's not like someone can say to you, oh, get past it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, it's not a thinking thing.
I'll go out there and I'll be
Mhm.
ready and I'll start punching and I get hit once and it's like I just go out of my body.
What do you mean you go out of your body? What happens?
I don't, like I've trained to protect
Mhm.
myself and do this and do that and then all that goes out the window when I get hit. It's like I'm lose time.
Your body doesn't have a sense of time. All right, our minds have a sense of time. All right, because it was an hour ago, a week ago. But your body, what's going on? It's in your nervous system, and your nervous system, it sounds to me, is reacting to not what's in front of you, but what was in front of you a really, really long time ago, when you were helpless then.
It was the energy, more the energy, and that the aggression coming at
Going
me.
back. And you see what you just did? You just went back like that, and it's not even happening, and you went back. Your body remembers that you're going into freeze, which is what a lot of children's do. Because what's a kid going to do? You're little.
But I'm not little anymore. Like, how do I stop that, you know?
Honestly, the best thing we can do is breathe. Your lungs, as they fill with air, know that things are okay. All right, tells your nervous system that things are okay. It helps essentially rewire your brain in a way that says, it's done, it's over, I've survived, I've learned from that, I move on, and now I'm an adult.
Do you think I'll be able to fight?
Yes.
Okay, you get hit and it triggers something inside you.
Yeah.
And
So
when
I'm
it
not
triggers
feeling
something,
sorry
wait.
Sorry.
And when it triggers something inside you, your response is like, oh, I can't breathe. I'm no good. I can't get this. This is so frustrated. I'm so fucked up. And that to me is self-pity.
Have you ever heard of post-traumatic stress disorder? Do you know what that is?
I heard of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Would you say
but
that to a soldier, a Vietnam vet who came from being a war-torn country and started hearing gunshots
Mhm.
and they started responding, like if they heard a loud noise, they started responding, would you say, oh, they're feeling sorry for themselves?
I don't think that's the case with you. You didn't go to war.
I'm just so sick of the fear. I'm sick of feeling this intense fear that has nothing to do with the other person in the ring. It's like every time I go in, I reopen this old wound, and it's like I'm picking at the scab.
If I don't overcome it, then I've lost the battle.
I kept sparring, thinking I could push through it. Instead, it pushed me right over the edge. I went into a state where I didn't want to fight anymore. I took a handful of sleeping pills. A friend happened to call me when I was drifting off. I don't remember answering the phone, but apparently I told her what I had done. She called Gary. They got an ambulance to take me to the emergency room. Just being inside my own skin was more painful than any shot I've ever taken. I was in lockdown at a psychiatric ward with people who've been in and out of institutions their whole lives. People who've tried to kill themselves multiple times.
Do you want me to call you when I get there?
Call me before and after. So make sure you're okay. Call me so.
They finally released me, under the condition that I'm under watch 24/7. I have to stay with friends when Gary's at work. But what really sucks is I'm not allowed to box anymore. Since I'm not allowed to be left alone, Gary makes me go to his dance class with him. It's his latest passion. I can't believe he's so into this.
So why did you quit Muay Thai?
Well, it was a hard decision. And I still love Muay Thai, I love watching it. But once it came time to actually fighting, I realized I'm really not a fighter. When I would get hit in the stomach, I would just kind of like, oh, fuck this. It's, I got an MBA, I don't need to do this crap.
Things come more easily to Gary. Maybe because he accepted his struggles a long time ago. Kimberly's fight is tonight in Long Island. This is Kimberly's opponent, Vanessa the Gladiator Greco. She beat Kimberly 2 years ago in the finals of the Golden Gloves. Vanessa's using a lot of head movement, so Kimberly's going for the body. She's pressuring Vanessa, keeping her on the defensive. Vanessa headbutts Kimberly. The ref doesn't say anything, so she must be ruling it accidental. Kimberly is bleeding badly. The officials might stop the fight. Her corner puts Vaseline over the cut so it won't bleed.
Come on, Kimberly, you can do it.
Kimberly's cut over her eyebrow keeps opening. But what I can't believe is she's laughing.
No, it's not her blood. No, but the ear's gonna hurt.
Yeah, like I feel like my ear's swelling.
I know this young lady from the amateurs, way back, right?
Baby, you know what?
We just get worse.
This is how we do. And you kept it gangsta. You took it to the streets.
I could hear you take it to the streets. I was like,
you sure did take it to the streets.
Right at the extent of the eyebrow.
Yeah.
You want to talk it over?
What do you want to do?
As far as this, we got 2 docs upstairs who can do suturing.
Okay.
You want to do
They're
it?
not plastic surgeons, but
We could do that.
they're decent.
Yeah.
Just go get your
It's up to
stitches.
you.
Okay. I should probably do it, right?
Yeah, get the stitches.
It'll heal better, and if you want to stay in the career, it'll be less likely to be harmed in the future.
You know what? I don't want you to open back up. So do it.
It's not terribly deep. It's not down to the bone, but it's nice and straight with the eyebrow. It's easy to disguise the scar.
You know what, baby? You got a scar from boxing. Now you're sexy.
Power of positive thinking over there.
You're sexy now. Now you can go to the bar and be like, I got this from fighting.
You're so
And you do
gentle.
have really tough skin, right? I was
Yeah,
like, why
that's
is it
tough.
so hard to get through there?
All right, don't move, don't wear. It looks uglier than it is. So we put 3 in, okay?
Great.
Did she have any anesthetic?
Change your clothes. Let's go get drunk. Okay? Why,
She's
why,
so cute.
Why do you look like somebody just killed your puppy? You just
wanted
fucked
to
her up.
win so bad,
You know
but
what?
it didn't win.
I'm gonna tell you why you lost right now. Because you got cut.
That it was a very competitive fight.
It was.
They don't,
Your forehead's
the record is secondary if it was a competitive fight.
Yep.
You know?
I think it was a draw. She came out her face and was like, you said a draw. I said, yeah, it was a draw.
Who's she?
Oh, Kara. And I said, you know what? Know your place. Right? I was like, know your place. I was like, it was a draw. She goes, what you mean is a draw? I said, know your place. I said, I'm a 2-time world champion. Know your damn place. I said, I will knock your whole team out one by one. You could give them all 1 round with me. I guarantee I will stop them all. So you know what? You lost? Fuck it, but you lost like a champion.
Who gon' stop me now? Now, you gon' stop me how? I'm on my A game, baby. You can throw the talent. When I hit him with that 1-2 last straw.
I've been clean from boxing for 90 days. But I'm jonesing to get back. So I hit Gleason's, looking for Maureen. But I find out she's not been here for days.
And I told you want to be a world champion, you're a boxer, and your boxer need a lot of dedication, and she's not listening, and she get relationship with somebody, and the thing don't work out, so she loves the guy, and the life screw her, and next, she's not there. She looks in mine.
I think everything that I had gone through getting out of that relationship just consumed me. In the mornings, it was hard for me to get going. I was fighting and pushing through, but normal everyday things that I was always doing started to become a project.
I have to tell you some stuff that went down recently, what I was kind of alluding to before.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you know, I have...
Do you want me to hold the camera to film you?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I was trying to drive to my therapist, and I got lost, and I was started to go into this weird funk. And because I think of the chemicals interacting and where I was, I said, I'm a loser. I got lost. And I thought it was a sign that I should kill myself.
First of all, those feelings that you felt they're normal, believe it or not.
Don't you think it's just because of the crazy depression?
I think that it's a number of things. I think it's a number of things. I think that you're the kind of individual that you're just like me. And when you do something, you put your heart and soul into it.
Yeah, but when I see you in there, you're just like...
Oh yeah, everybody sees...
Gladiator girl.
Oh yeah, of course, when I'm sparring and stuff like that, yeah. But my problem, see, everybody has their places, their issues. My issue is outside of the ring. Believe it or not, I'm safer in the ring. See, we're opposites, you and me. Outside the ring, I feel safe in boxing. I feel safer in that ring than I do outside of it.
I encouraged Mo to get back into the ring. She'd gained close to 40 pounds.
When I was just coming back into the gym, there was one specific individual, and he was like, "Oh, Maureen, I didn't recognize you. You gained a lot of weight. You look like a cow." It's like, oh my God, like that was my biggest fear. It was horrible, and I was crying with anger. I wanted to punch him in his face.
I remember when I sparred with you and you were having these panic attacks. I wanted to help you. To be honest, I didn't think that you'd be helping me through something. It's really like a team thing, and it's just the support is so important.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I see it.
You see it right here?
What happened?
I got a black eye.
Honey, I was thinking now that I got off, I want to just go off all my antidepressants.
No.
Why? Because now I'm off that one, and I don't want to be on them.
Today I think you had a little mini depressive episode,
No, I think I don't think I was depressed. I just was frustrated.
When you have leaky eyes, and I can recognize your depression pretty easily. You hate the fact that it exists, but it does exist, and the more you can just accept it and take the corrective actions to make it better, the better handle on it you'll have. But the first step, like everything, is acceptance that you have, you have a medical condition. That's the way I see it. You just need a little bit of time to gather your foundation and get stronger. I just want to make sure you give yourself that time, because if you don't give yourself that time, you're setting yourself up for failure.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to fight in the gloves. I just want to get into the ring and not freak out.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Just looking at all the names.
I know, a lot of people.
Incredible to believe that.
I ran into legendary boxer Barry McGuigan.
So many boxing
He's commentating tonight.
I know.
What's your name?
My name's Jill Morley, sorry.
Jill, how are you? You're a boxer?
Yeah, how do you know?
Well, I can see the hood are slightly tilted to the sort of Philadelphia side there a little bit. But apart from that, that's normal. That means you worked hard.
And I was getting beat up every day.
Well, no, this
So
is
it's
no
hard to-
good because
so it's
how
hard
do you
to figure out,
yeah,
like,
exactly. How do you make progress?
Yeah.
Because if you keep getting punished for trying things, you'll never try it.
Yeah.
Right? So what you do is you spar somebody who's not as good as you.
Right.
Then you spar somebody who's better. someone who's better again. And so therefore, then you go in and spar the person who's not as good or on the same keel, and suddenly you start hitting them with shots you weren't hitting them with before. You start learning to slip and slide, and you go, oh, that's good, oh, lovely, and bah, 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 and I'm there, you know what I'm saying? And you just feel more comfortable, and that's what it's about. So getting frustrated by not getting into position or getting caught, you know what I'm saying? It really frustrates you, and it really annoys you and hurts you.
For some reason, I think I'm a little nuts. That's because the one thing I had from the start was the heart. So even getting fit, I'm like, I can't wait to do it tomorrow because I'm going to do better.
Yeah.
And that would go on.
That's great. That's great. But you know, that should be contained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By saying, look, I'm going to spar somebody who's, I'd like to knock them about. You know, or I'd like to be in charge. You know, being able to spar, and it makes you feel good. Lifts your tail up. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen Susan and Kimberly come after you. And in the corner, I am guilty of telling them, don't hold back. Because I want you to work through this or quit. And you didn't quit. You would take a hell of a beating some days. And still come back the next day all enthusiastic and ready to go again. You were sparring with the Metro champion and a professional. Regardless she lost her fights, they were all very close decisions. And I put you with them because I was trying to take a shortcut because of your age and because that we're trying to get to the Golden Glove.
The definition of insanity is repeatedly doing the same thing and expecting different results. Instead of being thrown into the water, I need to learn how to swim. I'm going with a new coach, Luigi. Mo swears by him. He wants me to start from the beginning. It's like learning a new language. Everything is measured and methodical.
Go ahead, step back, move, circle around, come forward, stop. When you stop, that's it. Don't set the feet. You stop right here. That's when you get your snap. Don't throw hard. Just that's all you gotta do right there. That's your technique. Same spot. You can't just all wide. Same spot. Showing up. Gotta work, Jill. Come on. Both hands. 6 punches. Bring your hands back. That's it. That's it. Beautiful, Hulk. Come on. You're doing well. Don't get a wide stance, right from where you are, okay? Score on points, that's it. I don't want the right hand coming back. Just pop, 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 pop. Come on. Come up top. Showing up the hook up top, showing up top. Don't stand up, right from where you are, short. Don't say sorry again.
I'm training, not just my body, but my mind. I'm honing in on each moment, every moment. I drift. I catch myself. I bring myself back.
I go to the Daily News and I go to register. Everything's great, everything's all good. Oh, do you know you have a heart murmur? Oh, well, you need to get a referral to a cardiologist. And I'm like, all right. I don't know. No, I can't see, there's no reason why I should not be able to fight. I don't know if it's because, like, the murmur coupled with age, but the weird thing was the doctor seemed so excited. Like, she goes, oh, we finally have one. So it'd be pretty fucking ridiculous at this point if I've had all these fights, fought and won the Metros, and now because one doctor hears a little bzzz, they don't let me fight in the Golden Gloves.
I had another obstacle to overcome. It took me a while to even find my birth certificate.
I don't know, maybe you should make it smaller.
I think these are print and these are handwritten.
Oh, right.
It's not like me to be shady. But I'm 40. According to the gloves rules, my shelf life has expired. Susan goes all the way to Long Island, hoping she can fight.
How's it going, champ? Here for confession?
Even with a note from her cardiologist saying that the murmur is not life-threatening, the final decision will be up to the gloves doctor.
She has had a normal echocardiogram.
Yes, I have. That was kind of cool to watch. Never got to see that before.
All right, how you feeling tonight?
I feel great. I'm excited.
Trying any medication?
Nope.
Here comes the one they all laugh at. No chance of being pregnant?
Nope.
No? Okay. I'll give you the $2 exam because she's...
Yeah, because she's watching right here. Yeah. I always get the full works.
Couple of deep breaths, please.
Susan is playing it cool. Inside, she's a wreck.
Breathe. Any pain over the kidneys here?
No.
Or here?
No.
Any pain when I press your belly? Press your fists? No. Pain over the knuckles at all? Just do a little of this for me. Any low back pain?
Nope.
Good to go.
Good to go. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
The murmur doesn't show up.
Thank you.
This time.
Why them not like you? Why them a penny you for? Why them a fight you? Why them a hate you for? Why them not like you? What thing you never start? That's it. Them girls them bully na pen them can't come up. So tell them shut them mouth. Them a bully na pen them can't come up.
Do you think the boxing has helped me work out some of my stuff?
I think there's still some hot buttons there. We can get triggered at any time with the history we each have.
Is there anything you want to ask me?
I just want to know if you're happy now.
I'm finally having my first fight ever. I try not to think that not too long ago, I was in lockdown in a mental ward. The first fight of the Golden Gloves, you don't know who you're going to fight. We have to draw numbers out of a hat. Whoever I draw will attempt to beat the crap out of me.
Let's go. Have fun out there, okay?
I pray not to have a panic attack. My heart rate triples, and I start to go away when the punches come in. Locking and slipping go completely out the window.
Keep walking, keep walking. Hold hands. Don't mess with me, Jill. Go to work. We work too hard to get here. You don't have time to float around right now. You gotta go score points. You gotta score points. That's it. Off your jab. Beautiful. Off the jab. That's it. Beautiful.
I focus on the fact that I'm in the ring by my own choice.
Again, stay in there. Stay in there.
I pace myself and see the openings. When I land a good one, my heart swells.
Hands moving. Yeah, that's it. Keep going, keep going. That's it.
Her aggression overwhelms me. I can barely breathe.
Look, very good. Win, lose, or whatever. You did beautiful out there. You did well. Beautiful.
I didn't float like a butterfly or sting like a bee, but I also didn't give up. Sometimes you just have to hold on to that.
Great job.
Thanks. Susan made it to the finals. At 34, this is her only shot at winning the gloves.
We're in the heart of New York City, Madison Square Garden, and Midtown Manhattan is the place to be on this evening because inside the theater we have the great amateurs up next, the 110-pound division, and we're pleased to be joined by 2005 125-pound finalist Maureen Shea, who also had an opportunity to train with Hilary Swank. And Hilary went on after she received all of your teaching and won an Oscar for $1 Million Baby.
Yes, she did.
Well, Maureen, thank you very much for joining us. So it's Emily Kramer and Susan Merlucci for the 110-pound women's championship.
The age difference, Merlucci's 34, Kramer's 24.
And what do you think we should look forward to seeing early on in this fight, Maureen?
What was interesting is these two ladies have actually faced each other before. And they're both tough girls. Expect them to mix it up, though. Definitely mix it up.
Nice left hook by Emily Kramer.
Definitely Emily was scoring a lot. Susan was coming in, but when Susan comes in, Emily jumps on her right away. One thing Susan does do that I like is that she goes to the body.
She told me she just wants to keep coming forward. That's her game plan. I asked her what's her hobby. She said, hobby, just boxing.
Emily Kramer in trouble. Oh, beautiful left hook by Merlucci.
Nice and relaxed, all right? Don't cut that round. Listen to me and listen to me good. Keep your head down, your hands up.
Okay.
All right? Hitter, move to the side.
Okay.
Hitter, move to the side.
Okay.
Seconds out.
Oh, he turned over the right hand, left hook, right hand. Merlucci trying to stop this one. Kramer in trouble.
Emily's tough.
And standing 8. Merlucci. Beautiful job.
5, 6, 7.
Merlucci closing in. Oh, another big right hand. Another right hand. 3 right hands, and this one is over. Susan Merlucci stops Emily Kramer.
She's upset now, but it was the right
No,
thing.
I agree. Tough girl, though. I give her a lot of credit. Both these ladies. Excellent, excellent fight.
Susan Merlucci, the personal trainer, wins her first pair of Golden Gloves at 34 years old.
Nice and heavy.
Boxing will always have a place in my life.
Squat down with the glove. Drop the glove.
I volunteer my time once a week, training young girls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's gonna look like this. Boom, boom. You see how I'm staying tight? I'm not going like this, right? I'm going boom, boom.
I don't have kids of my own, and I often wonder if I'm getting more out of it than they are. Mo dropped over 40 pounds. She went on to win the world title. Susan and Mike got married. She plans to go pro. Kimberly won her next fight. She still works with Melissa and continues to look for bouts. As for me, I finally copped to my age, fought in the old dog boxing tournament, and won.